It goes through the liver, and in the kidney, the water is extracted. Any excess nutrients you have in your body are squeezed out through the dialysis, basically, that our kidney naturally does. And urine is the excess product. It's almost like a sample of your DNA. So because I don't want to take too long, because I know lots of people want to speak, take the first one in the morning, because whilst you rest at night, every different organ in your body is making something, a hormone, an enzyme, a nutrient. So this one, first thing in the morning, even though you may be a little disgusted with it, just trust me, cover it with your favourite juice, or you can put milk on it. Madonna, Demi Moore, they use milk on it. But basically, use anything to mask the flavour. After 2 or 3 days, you'll be amazed. Because it is a natural detergent, it starts to clean you. Now, my urine is just like water. In fact, I've done lots of TV programmes and they've asked me to put yellow colouring in it because they don't believe I'm drinking urine. After a very short space of time, the urine is shiny, clean, glistening. Is it? For you?
That tastes beautiful.
Truly, 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 truly.
So how often do you
Well, when you first begin, because it has a very, very powerful effect on the body, you start with the first one in the morning. And for the first 2 weeks, you just drink the first one in the morning.
All of it?
Well, I drink about over half a pint of urine.
Right.
But you can start with a small amount, just mask it and cover the flavour.
When should you not drink it? Like if you're taking, like, doctors, like...
Well, there is a doctor in Mexico that says it doesn't matter what you're taking. If you're sick, take your urine, yeah. If you're taking an awful lot of pharmaceutical drugs, I would suggest you just start with maybe a couple of teaspoonfuls in a glass of water, because you'll still feel the benefit, I promise you. And you'll still clean up your urine. And the chances are you will clear the disease you're suffering with, because it works very, very quickly.
What's the most, like, is there anything specific, like, say, menopause or certain, like, MEMS and those sort of things? Is there something that, like, the results are pretty much immediate and they solve a massive, like, I suppose menopause would be a major hormone thing, so I suppose...
Most things, it's pretty instant with urine. Most people know in half an hour something's happening.
Really?
Oh yes, absolutely. First of all, the huge amount of energy you have. It's oxygenated water. Your tap water is dead. Your bottled water is stagnant. Your urine is oxygenated, living water. Your body, everything you put in here pretty well is dead. Your body works so hard to give you this liquid of life, which is full of oxygen, full of nutrients, which support every part of your body. If you're not suffering with any illness, try drinking it and see in the first day how many of the jobs that I'll do that tomorrow jobs, the things we know we have to do, but things we hate doing. See how many of those you've got through on the first day. Because you have this huge surge of energy. Now it works in several ways. A, it's liquid oxygen. You're flooding the body with oxygen. Secondly, it's incredibly nutrient dense, so it's a rich source of food for you. But there is another effect this substance has. If you leave it in a saucer for 2 or 3 days, it doesn't go away. It forms urea crystals. Millions and millions of little prisms are formed. And when you drink this glass of millions of tiny wee crystals, it kind of just chills you out, balances you out. So, you know, if you're going to say to me, I'm going to clean up my diet before I do it, I'll say to you, you'll never do it. If you say, I'm going to try it, I promise you'll clean up your diet. Is it true? It's amazing how you get to love yourself, you get the energy for putting yourself right. And you notice things like your eyesight improves. your skin improves, your hair grows fast and thick, and if you're losing your hair, it comes back. You'll find a tremendous amount of Hollywood people drink it. They drink it because it contains youth hormones, DHEA. Richard Gere, Billy Crystal, Tina Turner, Demi Moore, Madonna. Murray Walker was recently interviewed and said, "How did you keep that young that voice to commentate on the motor racing?" He drank his urine. Rolf Harris. There are so many. Rio Ferdinand. It makes you strong, it makes you fit, and it makes you well. And what's most importantly of all is that it makes you not depend on the system.
Well, yeah, I mean, I started about 2 years ago. I was on antibiotics for about a year or so, trying to cope with acne, and all the antibiotics used to do was just make me more ill. And I mean, after a week of drinking piss, my acne almost gone, and I was just full of life, full of energy. I mean, I can't stop now. It just feels silly not to. I mean, the energy you get. Yeah.
If you get stopped in the morning by the police and they say, "Have you been on the piss?" You can say,
Is that what being on the piss used to mean, perhaps, then? I don't know.
Well, of course, because we haven't got
So what you said, if you're in a jail cell and you've got a piss bucket in the corner, it does get crystals in the corner. Well, if you stop it, if you don't do it properly, so it does, generally does. So, I haven't thought about it.
Yeah, any questions?
Can I just under what criteria did the World Health Organization make it illegal to make it recommended?
Well, I guess, the way Balfour Beatty was able to do what they did, the World Health Organization, which is full of vested interests, were able to plough straight across the top of everything. I mean, Codex Alimentarius.
The government take a piss out of us. Let's take a piss out of us.
You have to see that they really take no notice of anything. Basically, they found that they could sell us a whole load of drugs as long as we stop.
Big pharma cover up, isn't it? It's big pharma covering it up.
There's loads of money, I think, in maintaining an illness as opposed to treating it.
Of course.
Once you treat it, that's it. They're done with it. Where's your customers
This is
then,
like
as opposed to maintaining an illness with medication?
I just want to say, as Tony and Linda said earlier, if anybody needs any help, there are other things like urine we know about, simple things that are very reasonably priced, like an organic sunflower oil technique, which is sensational as well. Things you can do to make yourself really well without ever being dependent on the system. Simple things that are growing around you in your gardens, your dandelions, your nettles, all of these things are incredibly useful and helpful, and herbs basically work. When you mix herbs with urine and you do things like the oil, you can have sensational health and never visit the doctor. I never go to the doctor, ever. Well, 9 years ago I got my early
I just wanted to ask, you said that you drink about half a pint in the morning.
Yeah.
Could you give us just a rough idea of what a daily regime would be?
Well, when you first begin, you must only drink the first one in the morning because it does a quick clean. So you notice if you're a bit chunky and you're not eating so good, you might within a few days lose a few pounds.